Welcome to the Women in Leadership Body, Soul, Mind, and Business podcast. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Heather. And together we are working to connect women in leadership and business, empowering each other, improving the health and wellness of our communities, connecting to the heart and soul of our businesses, body, mind, and soul. Thank you so much for joining us here.
We're so happy to be bringing a couple of specials to you, some extra pre-recordings so that we can be on vacation, because this week is Santosha Get Out of Town Week. So when you hear this episode, we're on vacay, you guys. So we are walking the talk.
Yes.
But we didn't want to leave you guys high and dry either while we take a little recuperation time for ourselves. So today, we have for you the top 5 tips that changed our lives. Okay, are you ready?
I thought this was really fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
You guys might want to take some notes.
So we've been working on skipping the small talk, so we're ready to dive in.
We are ready to dive in.
So don't miss a beat while during this time. If you don't see something, hit the website www.womeninleadershipbsmb.com. All the stuff is being posted there. So every time a podcast is supposed to drop, if you're used to seeing us live, we will be over there. It is over there. It's dropping for you. Same exact schedule.
Same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
There you go. There we go. We're going to get into these top 5 tips that changed our lives.
Number 1, be true to yourself.
This has been hard.
Right? It's not easy. It feels good in our bodies when we are honest and truthful to ourselves. Our body and mind will react if we aren't truthful.
Oh my goodness. There's a guest that teaches us this exact tool, how to do that.
Right.
So you'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Her name's Marla
Williams.
We'll cross post the links here. I'm very excited about that. I did not even realize that until just this second. I was like, wow.
And that was a different episode that we recorded this morning, you guys. So it feels good in our bodies when we are honest and truthful. Okay, our bodies feel good. We're healthy. We're doing things. We're taking care of ourselves because we trust ourselves, right?
Confusion comes from lying to yourself about who you really are. How much are you doing because of fear of judgment?
Right.
Like, why are you showing up? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We get confused when we get our truth mixed with someone else's truth.
Yes.
Or the agreements they have versus the agreements that we have, right?
Yes.
And we talked about the 4 agreements and what agreements are and things like that.
They are coming up in July, so don't miss that.
Can't wait for you guys to check it out. We are our own worst judge, you guys. We judge ourselves more than anyone else on the planet is judging us.
Yeah.
We beat ourselves up worse than anybody else will ever,
because if we're not telling ourselves the truth, then our reaction to that is very negative, right? Because it doesn't feel good. So then we're judging ourselves. So our thoughts and emotions and our actions are all intertwined. So I hope you guys are starting to understand that.
Right.
Or if you I don't mean to be condescending when I said that. I'm sorry. I hope you understand that, because it makes a big difference in your life.
And if any of this is just concepts you're wrapping your head around, that's okay.
Too, right? That's more what I meant.
Right.
Wherever you're at in your growth. That's what my intent was with my comment. I was like, whoa, those words came out. Were a little rough.
Right. Thank you for checking in with yourself, which we'll talk about.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Number 2. Woo-woo.
Take care of yourself.
All right. What does that mean?
Take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. You need to take care of yourself.
All of it. We're a whole being.
You should be doing something in that each of those categories every single day to take care of yourself.
To me, taking care of yourself for me is a big rock, right?
Right.
Because if I'm not taking care of myself and there's not room to take care of myself, then I can't help others.
Right.
I can't be here for others.
Right.
I can't be who I want to be in the community. I can't show up authentically who I am.
And that's one of the things that we learned in doing this podcast and bringing these tools to you, is that we have to continue on these self-care things and making sure that we're doing the things, because if we're not doing the things, that's when we feel overwhelmed, stressed out. We're not communicating well. That's when things snappy. Get really rough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it gets hard and bumpy because we did that to ourselves.
Self-care fills your cup so you can pour into others. Okay. Remember that.
It's no one else's job to make sure you are taking care of yourself. Make the time in your schedule. Make it happen.
Non-negotiable.
Put it there. This is your time.
Okay. These are big rocks. Okay.
Yes.
Self-care can look like many things: getting your hair done, meditation, a long bath or shower, a good night's sleep or a nap, reading a book, working out. Some people like to run. What fills your cup and makes you feel really good and gives you more energy? And Marla talks about that, trying to figure that out too.
Yeah. And Marla and Francine both talk about earthing and grounding and making sure that you're spending some time out in nature to just be grounded.
Absolutely. Okay.
Number three.
Okay. Check in with yourself. Okay. Spend 5 minutes a day reflecting on how you are doing. Process any feelings that come up and maybe take some notes, doodles, etc. in a notebook. Okay?
I was really surprised by using that Finch app, how much I wasn't checking in with myself. Right?
Isn't that a cool app? If you guys have a hard time keeping track of your self-care, the Finch app it's freaking adorable.
Super cute. You get to be a little animal and you get dressed up and stuff, but it's all based around self-care things.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun to play with. So I kind of see it as like an updated Tamagotchi, except you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
So it gives you like little assignments and you earn things. So
you're gonna have to add the link to that too.
Yeah, I am gonna have to, right? Definitely. Okay.
But check it out.
It's super. Yeah. And it helps you just realize and be aware, which like we talk about is the first step, right? Like awareness. Around what am I feeling?
Yeah. Or what am I actually doing that makes me feel good for me?
Yes.
Something that doesn't feel like an obligation.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then check in with your family and friends. How are they feeling and processing lifing? Okay. Hold space for them if you can. And if you have had a hard day, let them know, right? Communication is key. Maybe just offer an ear while they vent. Okay. You don't have to solve the world problems. You can just remember be the ear.
It's not all on you.
It's not all on you.
Don't take it personal.
We just need to get it out, right? Okay. So letting the other person know, like I would be like, Heather, I've had a rough morning. Can I vent?
I'll be like, absolutely. Let's take a minute. Well, maybe like make space for it. Give me just a second. Let me get situated so I can listen.
Right. Or even this morning, you're like, hey, I'm having some feelings about things. Can we talk about that for a minute? Absolutely.
Right. Like I noticed something just kept coming up over the last week and I was like, this is weird. Why is this happening? Do you mind if we talk this out for a second?
Right. So sometimes it's just to get out of your own head.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really great if you have someone to do that. And if you don't have someone to do that, taking that time for yourself to do it. That's what journaling, drawing, going outside and gardening.
But no carrying other people's garbage, you guys.
Right.
Don't take other people's.
That leads right into number 4.
Yeah, it does.
Number 4 has been a really hard journey for both of us, I think.
Yeah. Still working on this one, you guys. Keep your boundaries.
Yeah.
Keep your boundaries. If you give people the power to get you to cross your line, right? They get you to cross the line that you've drawn with your boundaries and your agreements. You have already lost. Okay. Think of it as a game of tug of war. Okay. If they get you to cross the line.
The goal is to not pick the rope up.
Yeah. Don't pick the rope up.
But if you notice you pick the rope up, don't let them pull you over.
Don't let them pull you over. Okay. If you keep your boundaries, others will respect them. And if you don't, they don't.
Oh my gosh. Yes, that's true. Because it's really you learning what you're willing to accept from others.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that plays into the conversation we had at our networking meeting a little bit ago about knowing your value.
Yes.
Okay. And knowing your worth, your actual dollar amount value. What is your time worth? You know, you have a skill, you run a business, your value, your time is worth value, and you can't, even though we love to give, we can't give and give and give. And, you know,
we can't give if we have nothing to give.
True.
So if we're not valuing ourselves, and we need resources in order to give, right? We can't give back unless we have resources.
Okay. Don't let anything else get in the way of your big rocks.
Boom.
Boom. If you need a refresher on what the big rocks are, go check out Anna Marie's podcast.
We will drop it down below.
It's going to be awesome. Okay.
Woo, woo.
It's okay to disappoint others, but you should never disappoint yourself.
Never let yourself down. You are non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. You show up every day for yourself, and you will be with yourself every single day, forever. You are not ever abandoning yourself. Do not let yourself disappoint yourself.
Now take a big deep breath. Sit up nice and tall. Okay, I saw you shrieking your feet.
I know. It's like, this one's hard, right, guys? Like, I'm showing up real here. Right? And this is hard. Good stuff, though. Like, seriously, like, if we just keep working on these things, doing our best at these things. Right.
Okay.
Read your 4 agreements.
Number 5.
Woo woo.
Listen to your intuition. You will never regret listening to your intuition.
Wow.
You will regret not listening to your intuition.
You ever like, oh, that's what I knew that. I knew I shouldn't have done that.
I knew I should have. I knew I should not have done that. Listen to that gut feeling, right?
Yeah. We know. We're like, I kind of sometimes I'm like, I'm out of tune with that. Right. I don't vibe with that. This is some of the language I've developed for myself, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm having resistance here. Why?
Right. And it's okay to ask yourself why.
Ask myself why, not to validate my reasoning.
Right.
That's not why, but so that I can know to set better boundaries for myself in the future.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right? I don't need to be validated by the decision.
Kind of bug.
It happens.
The bug's bugging me. Okay.
Are we ready?
If you're not sure if it's fear or intuition, the answer is not right now. Thanks.
Right.
Okay. And that goes back to setting boundaries. If you're not sure if that's fear or intuition you're feeling, or what that feeling is, say no, not right now.
If it feels icky, it feels icky.
Right. If it feels icky, it feels icky.
What does icky feel like? Like, thinking about that, like, just think about that and process that for yourself. Like,
think about how when you're reading an email that's a scam, how that makes you feel. You're like, ew, that's not right. That's not okay. Like, red flags when you see them. That's your intuition.
Right. You don't usually like when you read our newsletter though, right?
Yeah.
You get all excited. You're like, ooh, this thing's happening. That thing's happening with that cool person's going to be on. Like, this is cool. Right.
Yeah. But knowing your intuition.
Yep. Knowing your intuition. Right?
If it's either a hell yes or a hell no.
One more time. It's either a hell yeah
or a hell no.
Okay. Ain't gonna go there.
if your instant reaction to, let's say somebody wants you on their show or whatever, and your instant reaction is yes, then absolutely do that thing. If it's, I'm not sure, then it's no. Okay.
Right. Absolutely.
And it's okay to listen to that. And again,
it's interesting. And when you start to actually listen to it and allow it to flow to what feels right, you're attracting the right people to you. You're attracting the people that are already ready to respect you, that are already ready to pay you your value. You're attracting that level. And that's what you want to keep doing. So hell yeah. And figure it out later.
Right. And
right.
And we have gotten great opportunities because we said, hell yeah.
Well,
yeah, we do that.
How do we do it? Sure.
We
that sounds great.
Doing, but
you know what? It's okay to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to be honest and be like, okay, how do we do that? Let's do it. But how?
Sure, but I have no idea.
I think that's like our whole existence right here.
Like, sure, we'll do that.
We'll do a podcast. Yeah. Fridays, sure. We're bored.
Okay.
Okay.
So your top 5 tips: be true to yourself. Take care of yourself. Check in with yourself. Keep your boundaries. Listen to your intuition.
And it's not. Oh, sorry.
Notice all of these things are things you can control.
Yes.
Okay. We know lives, but these are all things you can control.
And if like you're like overwhelmed by like all of these things, you're like, I got to make all of these changes. Don't do that. Like,
baby steps.
Pick one. Pick one. It's about awareness.
Mm-hmm. And building habits.
And choosing what you want those habits to be, mm-hmm. and then schedule it.
Mm-hmm.
Schedule that time for yourself, mm-hmm. to just sit in your closet with the door shut. Mm-hmm. To sit in the bathroom with your door shut. Like just sit or stand, wherever you're. Yeah, just be. Schedule some time to be. But it's not us if we don't have a bonus.
Right. We have a bonus tip, you guys.
Because I think that after you've done all of these things, your vibe has changed so much, mm-hmm. right? And you've done all this hard work and it feels lonely because it's all stuff you're doing for you inside.
Right. And if you're doing these things for yourself and you're taking good care of yourself, you might lose some of the things that maybe should have never been there in the first place.
Right.
Okay. It's a growing process.
Right. So the biggest thing is finding your new community. Find your tribe.
Find your tribe. Go find your tribe. You're not alone on your journey. Reach out and find your circle. Make time with your circle. One of your big rocks.
Absolutely.
One of your big rocks. Once a month.
As women, as feminine energy needs feminine energy so mm-hmm. that we don't feel mm-hmm. aloneness. It's culturally what we have always done is gather in circles. And so it's important that we're making these connections.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Support one another, giving and loving on one another, because this will change your life and theirs, empowering each other to get to the next level, which is why we are here in the first place.
Yes.
And it's such an awesome life to live with you guys. Thank you all for inspiring us every single day. We love you and we wish you a happy summer. Make sure you enjoy your vacation too. Again, thank you for joining us. We love you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Mwah.